What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is free, unfiltered vibes. I said it free. We unfiltered, no scripts. We not sugarcoating shit. Okay, we talk about everything. And yes, I'm back in the car. I had a couple technical difficulties in the studio, but we'll be back in the studio. We'll be walking. But I know you guys, this is classic Sean Mack right here in the car. Today's topic, man, the economy has been economy. Am I right or am I right? What's going on with these layoffs, man? Damn, do you got a 9 to 5? Do you think your job is secure? Do you feel job security, or do you think that at any time your job could just get rid of you? On this video, I'm going to share a story about when I was fired. I've been laid off, I've quit, I've done it all. All right, but if you're working in this current job market, you better be careful. Like I said in previous videos, if you got a 9 to 5, you need to hold on to that job for dear life. Show up on time. Make sure you're doing your thug thizzle at work to make sure that you do have that job security. But in reality, none of us have job security. Most of these jobs are at will employed, which means at any time, for any given reason, it doesn't matter, they can get rid of your ass. They can fire you because you coughed wrong. And there you go. Your whole world turned upside down. That whole family that you were supporting, Mr. Breadwinner or Mrs. Breadwinner, all that money, gone. Overnight. What you gonna do? So I don't watch a lot of television. I watch YouTube and social media. And I talk to a lot of people throughout the day. And one thing I've noticed is people just getting laid off left and right. And I've been watching videos where I'm just hearing Starbucks just laid off another 1,000 employees. And that's a lot of people. And that's the lower end layoffs. I'm hearing about companies laying off 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 people. 10,000 people, whole world turned upside down in the tech world. And those are different type of jobs. Like those are good paying jobs. Those are people that actually have the money to stimulate the economy. They're making money to buy the new cars, to purchase homes. This ain't just 10,000 retail jobs of people getting paid minimum wage. My retail workers, no disrespect, but 10,000 people getting laid off from a job will affect the economy. Not only that, but it'll affect themselves. But I'm going to go into the story. When I first got fired, I started at 16. I worked at Sam's Club. Started off pushing carts. My first job. So, you get a job and you take that job seriously. You don't want to lose it. You don't want to get written up. You're not trying to call off. You in that probational period, man, when you start off, especially when you're young. And again, you don't want to tick nobody off and get fired. So you giving everything to this job, which I did. I worked at Sam's Club, every department. Started off pushing carts, came in, worked tires, batteries, sold cell phone, worked photo booth, worked cafe, worked overnight, worked the bakery. Like you name it, I did it. And you would think after putting in so much work with the company that they would have some loyalty towards you, which I thought they did. There were some nice people there. But in actuality, these jobs have no loyalty towards you. So usually when you join a job, they're going to tell you we're like a family here. We look out for each other. We're closely knit family until they fire your ass. So a couple years later into like my college, my mother, she was really sick. She was on hospice from home and she wasn't working. So I was working a lot during this time because I had to pay bills. I had to make sure my sisters were good, make sure the family was right. But I remember waking up this one morning, it just felt off. I can't describe it. I woke up, my mother, she just threw up, puked all over the ground. I never had seen her do that. She just looked weak, but it was a lot going on at the time. So it's just like a lot of things I had to overlook. But I remember asking myself, should I go to work today? Should I go to work? Because I feel like I'm putting work over my family, over my mom. And, long story short, I ended up going to work that day. Worked, 3/4 of a shift, got a phone call. Phone call. Somebody said, hey, Sean, I think you should come home. That's all they said. Without saying too much, they said so much to me. Like I knew what was going on. And in my head is just raging. Like, why did I even come to work today? Like, what did I accomplish today that was more important than what was happening at home? And sure enough, when I got home, my mother, she had passed away. God bless this beautiful, wonderful woman's soul. Hit the comments. Rest in peace to the queen. But yeah, she passed away. And I was so hurt by it. I was hurt, of course, because I lost my mom, but I was also hurt because why did I give so much of myself to this job? And it gets better. So story continues. Job knows that I lost my mom's. They know, they're aware. And within a month of me losing her, I ended up losing my job as well. They knew a lot that was going on. Sean's coming to work. He's taking care of his sisters by working all these hours. So let's just fire this dude that was loyal to us for all these 8 years. Just got rid of me like that. And it was over like a petty reason. It wasn't even something significant. Like I got fired over time theft, which at the time I didn't even know was a thing. What is time theft, you ask? So I used to work at a cell phone booth. We had to keep up with the technology and the different phones and the different competitors. So I did have a magazine open at the phone booth where we would just stand and wait for either customers to approach us or we would approach customers to make the sales. But at this time, the store is dead. Like nobody's in there. And I'm looking through this magazine, looking at the new phones, like the Samsungs, the iPhones, and the different phone plans that they got. Somebody saw me doing that, and they took it as me just chilling, just stealing time, looking through a magazine. When that wasn't the case at all. Dang, Chicago crazy. Look at this. Damn. Damn. Yeah, Chicago be crazy. That's somebody in the street, bloody. Oh, it's crazy out here. I'm telling you. I don't just be making these things up. It really be a lot going on in the shop. I kind of lost my train of thought, but we back into it. So come home. My mother passed. Gave Sam's Club so much of my life up until 23. Get fired for time theft, and whole world just gets flipped upside down again. I grew up just with my mom. So that's the only person that I had. Other than that, it was just my sisters that I had to take care of. So now I don't have a job. I don't have any money coming in. I'm in college as well. I was paying to go to school and, of course, didn't have enough money to do that. And it was just a lot going on where it's just like, man, you guys picked the perfect time to fire me or lay me off. But I remember one thing in particular that I told myself. I said, never, ever, ever, ever again in my life will I choose to put a job over my family. Never. Because at the end of the day, they don't care about you. You're just the bottom line to them. You are a number, an employee that generates income for that company. So at any point when you become like some extra fat that ain't doing what they want you to do, or I think at the time I was just making more than what most people were making at Sam's Club. So they just was like, hey, we could bring in other people to do the job for, even though it's just a few dollars cheaper, it's still cheaper. It's going to save them tons of money down the line. So I think that's why they got rid of me. And at the time, they're getting rid of a lot of people. And during these layoffs, like with the current economy that we're in, that is what's happening to most people's jobs. Like, you're to lose fat. So just a little word of advice. I remember I was just like, I never want this to happen to me ever again. I never want to be in this position where I don't have money and I got to go chase down some other people to get another job just to make money to survive. So I was at that point, I became more of like entrepreneurial minded. And now I got to figure out how to generate my own income myself. And not only that, I want multiple streams of income coming in at all times. So if you shut one off, I got another stream. You shut two streams off, I at least got another one. And it's not like every stream of income can cover all of my expenses, but just to start thinking that way where I'm not relying on someone else to dictate how my life is going to turn out based off whether they hire me or not. Because although I think during that time I was able to find another job pretty quickly through some friends, but in this economy right now, it's very hard to find a job. So not only are they firing people left and right, they're also not hiring people. And not only are they not hiring people, they're getting these positions filled and taken care of through AI. We don't even need to rehire anybody. So think about all these thousands of people. I'm talking Tens of thousands of employees who are no longer employed and can't find employment now. Whole world turned upside down. Only God knows what they're dealing with. They could be dealing with a sick or dying family member as well, or maybe they need to get medicine. Maybe they're working so that they can buy medicine for a certain family member. You don't know what they're dealing with, but they just lost their job. Whole world turned upside down. For a lot of people, they never been fired before. They never been fired, so they don't even know what it feels like. I felt like shit when I got fired. My whole self-esteem dropped. It was my mood was down, everything. So for people who are just getting fired for the first time or laid off, let me tell you, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna bounce back. It's gonna be a little tough, a little difficult, but at the end, something new will arise. It's not going to stay like this forever. You're not going to forever be without a job or anything like that. And the other thing as I would tell you is just start looking into ways of generating your own income, starting your own business, your own company. Even if you're working a 9 to 5, this is something that you can start looking into. You can start generating income as a business owner while you're working a 9 to 5. After the 9 to 5, 5 to 9, go work on your business. Because these companies, they don't care about you. They're going to bring you in. They're going to have you drinking the tea. They're going to tell you, oh, we're one big family here. We're one big family. That's how we treat each other until at the end of the year, they're going to fire your ass. You can get fired at will for no reason. And they're going to look at you like you're not family. They ain't even going to be able to look you in your eyes. So that's my message for today, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I just shared a piece of myself with you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, add to the conversation. Have you ever been laid off? Have you ever been fired? What are your thoughts on the current economy? Am I the only one hearing about this? I know I'm not, and I know somebody's gonna be in the comments like, not everybody's getting laid off. I know that everybody's not getting laid off, okay? Nothing is absolute, but I'm just saying that there's been an increase in layoffs and firings. Can we at least agree on that? Whether it's you or not, a lot of people, since things aren't happening to them, it's like out of sight, out of mind, and it doesn't exist. But real life, this is what's going on for a lot of people. I'm speaking on that. I'm speaking in terms of the world, what a lot of people are dealing with. I get it. Like, you may not have much experience in the world where you're not dealing with a lot of people and seeing how the economy is actually affecting people because it's not affecting your world. And then when it does, that's when you finally change your tune that you're singing. And now you're showing empathy for what's going on because now you feel it. That's my video for today. Again, I ain't trying to take up too much of your time. This video came out to over 10 minutes. So if you made it to the end, much love. Till next time, peace.